Hey guys, Long Haul Larry, and up here at the Yooper House. Basically, since I have come back up here, I've been doing a lot of chilling, relaxing, ice packs, a lot of Tylenol, just trying to recover. And basically, I've been working out in this garage for about 2.5 days, just cleaning. I think it's looking pretty good. That stuff there is for the floor. That's going to be, I don't know if I'm going to do that next. I might. I just have to have Tracy lift the bags and dump them into my cement mixer. And then the way that I'm going to do this is, I talked to my brother about it. He owns a concrete business, and he said like a 9,000 psi grout would probably be the easiest thing. The best way would be to bust all this concrete up and report the whole thing. Financially, I'm not going to do that right now, and also I can't do it with my back anyways. But I really don't care about the floor being perfectly level or nothing. It's just these cracks. You can't put little wheels over them with the snowmobiles. People come in and they trip over them and stuff. So I bought this stuff, and I have a cement mixer over there. And what I plan on doing is just mixing it up right here and then just dumping it out and trolling it out. And see, like this area right in here, I'm just going to fill this all the way from that crack all over this crack. Just fill that in. All this stuff all up here. Then over here on these cracks, I'm just gonna lay it down inside the cracks just to fill that in and make a nice transition between there and kind of taper it in. And then these cracks over here, I'm just gonna fill these cracks in and kind of taper it from the high sides down. There's gonna be kind of like little hills and stuff like in here, but especially where we have this carpet here, you come in, there's a big crack underneath there, so I'm gonna kind of mold that so then people come in, they don't trip and stuff. And that way little wheels and stuff kind of go over the cracks and works. It doesn't seem to heave in the winter or in the summer. It doesn't seem to change at all. It's exactly the same. So from what I've been told is this house, they did mining here and in this whole area. And it's all tailings that were left behind and stuff that everything's built in all these houses, and they all kind of sunk and stuff. So I think that it was poured and then it wasn't done right or whatever. Wasn't compacted good enough, and so it sunk in different spots, and it's where it is. So the best way would be pull the whole floor out, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not pulling that cement mixer out yet because I think I'm going to use it as a bench. Tracy is doing painting, and that's what this board here is going to be for, to go across from the sawhorses and stuff like that. And we're going to be setting up a whole thing inside here. These are tables she had found at a garage sale or something. They're real oak tables, and she's sanded the tops. She plans on painting the frames and stuff, but then the top she's going to stain or something like that. So that's one project she's been working on. She has them all sanded down, ready for the stain and stuff, and then we'll paint those up. I have built myself a nice little bench here because I have this scroll saw that I use for my hobby stuff. Put this on here, and I have to get some blades. I guess I don't have any blades. So I ordered a set of blades off Amazon. It'll come in sometime. And then I brought my little drill press that I have from my hobby workshop down there at the farm. Brought that up here, so I have a drill press if I need it. And my hobby stuff, that's the only thing I haven't started yet. And that's going to be the next thing out here. These are all the totes where all my hobby stuff is in. All the tools and everything else that I need to do the hobby stuff. And that's what all this pegboard is going to be for, is to hang all this stuff up and get this all set up. That'll be my next project, to get that going so I can actually start working on my airplane that I have. I hung up, my airplane's up there. I got this one hung up here, so it's up out of the way. You know, this little hook and they can come down. I did get a new propeller. Those came. I have those over there, so I'll probably be working on that, getting that thing back and flying, messing around with that. My other airplane over here, this one here, I got to fix the landing gear, and I got to make some kind of door on the bottom. And then from down there by Tracy's place, she foobarred the airline. I'll have to take the covering off and re-glue that and fix that up. But we got the bench all cleaned up. As soon as I get my RC stuff hung up, she'll have her place where she can work on her gnomes. She brought me the right size blind to go across this window, so that will actually be done now. And we got everything all hung up, organized, got power running and stuff. Got this little sander here. I don't know if we're going to leave it here. I didn't secure it down. It's just kind of sitting there. We may throw it down underneath, and if we want to use it, just pull it up. I got to get some new sand, adhesive sand pads to put on this flat one here. And it's got this nice little belt thing on there. You can kind of contour stuff to it. Looks really nice. And then I brought, these all came out of my hobby workshop up there. Excuse me. And I got a bench grinder. I brought from up there. This thing vibrates this bench like crazy when it's turning on because this wheel is not centered right, so the thing shakes like crazy. But I always do this. I always put a grinder wheel on one side and then I put a wire wheel on the other side to clean stuff up. Got everything all cleaned up, and we got my little Craftsman toolbox that I ordered in. It's a nice little set, and I actually built a little shelf for it here, and has little tabs, and then the drawers just come out. And it's got a 1/4, 3/8, and a 1/2 inch sets of dries and everything in there. It's a nice little set. So I have sockets set up here. Everything's just all cleaned up. And got everything all set where it's supposed to be. And so now, basically what I have accomplished is, my list is it's getting done. You know, she'll probably add on more of that list. But pretty much, I mean, what this shows is that Tracy's the pig. She's the pig pen.
Excuse me?
She calls me a pig pen, but the thing is when she's gone, then things get clean. But when she comes back, then things get messy. I mean, look at this. She got back last night, and today, it looks like a work zone in here. Look at this mess.
Yeah, the work gets done when I get back.
Oh, is that what it is? But she's working on painting. She's got the cabinets all a coat of paint on. She might put another one on. She's talking about put all the stuff where the shelves sit on. She's painted all that, and all these shelving units that I built and everything. Those are all painted. That's all done with now. And it's got a coat on there, and she's working in the kitchen now. And then we got all the white trim stuff, and I think we're gonna be doing that out there in the garage. That's why she wants that all set up. That's why all the pieces and parts are laying all over the place. What are you working on in here?
These little doohickeys?
Those doohickeys. Those support members I put underneath that thing. She's finally painting those.
Well, see,
it's only taken like 6 months for her to get those painted.
You would have let me paint them before you put them on.
No, we don't do that.
I know.
But I mean, look at this. She comes up here and just, I mean, my goodness, it's just like a pig pen up here. Look at this. I'm here. Yep, Peanuts. Yep, she's here. So yeah, we're just doing a few projects. I think we're going to get a coat of paint on it. We might go for a little adventure.
Yes, we are.
Because it's starting to get pretty hot. It's going to be 80 something today. So we're thinking maybe get a coat of paint on this stuff and then maybe go off and do a little adventure. Some of the colors are changing in the trees up here and stuff. And we're thinking, go take a look at that. And just take a little time off and go do all that stuff. So yeah, I've cleaned up after her again.
Whatever.
But you know, I'll have to do it again. It's just a non-stop process. Alrighty. Catch you later. Well, we're out and about and just having ourselves an adventure today. Somebody's eating chocolate. Just go more. But this is the Calumet Park, using water to alter the landscape. It's talking about industrial beavers, actually. I guess they created this first. And then a mining company came in 1867 and redesigned the beaver dam, building it longer and stronger. To stamp mill operations. Spill you see here is used to control water depth. Water pumped from the lake is used to wash away the mine tailings from the rocks crushed in the stamp mill. This discharge, also known as the stamp sand, further alternated the landscape. But you can see, I don't know how good it's going to show up on the camera, but the woods across there, you can see the trees are changing their colors. They are changing. I think it's because it's been so dry up here. So, and they're starting to change so early. But we're just gonna cruise around, check different things out. On Saturday mornings, this park is all like little little tents and stuff, and everybody comes down here. We always call this the pothead flea market. It seems like there's a lot of tie-dye stuff and everything, and the people seem a little hippie-ish. So I'm thinking this is the pothead flea market, right? This is where this is. Oh yeah, there's a house back over on the other side, up in the hill. Can barely see it. Wonder if there's any fish in here and stuff. Yeah, it's clear water, that's for sure. You see the colors over there. We don't need cattails. We need to finish painting. Then maybe you could talk about direction or decorations. All right, next place. Well, guys, we are up here right on the edge of Superior. I believe that way over there is the other side of the canal that comes out from Houghton, Hancock and everything. The Portage Canal. I think you can see land over there. I think that's the other side of the canal. That's where it opens up. And then this is Superior. But this is the Grand Transverse Bay Harbor. It's constructed in 1949 to 1950 under supervision of the Corps of Engineers, U.S. Army. And I guess we were just talking to a couple that lives out here, and this canal goes in here, and there's some really crazy old boats back in here, but there's people fishing off their docks. I guess this is a great fishing location. They said that there's pictures if you go up to like Eagle Harbor and stuff, and then some of the places up there, they have pictures of all the boats. I guess this used to be basically a fishing village, and there's all these little houses and stuff in here. But they said the fishing is really good in here, but there's no sand. It is all little rocks. It's like a little pea gravel stuff, and this is not sand. There is tracks and stuff out here, but we're not driving out here with cars. But it's like a rock stuff. And we just talked to this couple, and they described it and everything. They said that this is the material that is left when they mine the copper. And this is like the tailings or whatever, something with the process of that. And what was happening is it was all washing up out in the water. And this whole pier that goes out, the water line used to be like over here. And they said that the water started just moving out, and so the Army Corps of Engineers came in with these big, huge. They got a big Caterpillar and a big backhoe, and they've been pulling it up out of there, trying to save this pier. And they because I guess this is like if an emergency, if a ship has to come in or something so rough, they can get on the other side of this and go help protect them. Sorry about the wind, but they been pulling all this out, and now they're saying that they're going to start trucking this stuff out, and it's some really fine gravel stuff. They said this is what was left from the days of mining, and they just dumped it in the water, and now it's made its way here. And now they're trying to pull it back out of the water to get the water line back. But you can see it, it's way down there. It's all like this all the way down around that corner. But really cool. I wouldn't mind having a bunch of truckloads of this in my yard for a driveway. Waves flood surface, keep off during storms. Yeah, I'm not walking through this water. But they said at this pier here is the Army of Engineers put this in And I guess this used to be a big fishing village, and they said they still want to preserve this just in case a ship needs to come in or something, and they can come around the other side and dock on here to protect them or something. Pretty cool. I'm not walking through the water though. There's Superior. Well, when I asked where Tracy wanted to go today and kind of check things out, she said she wanted to go to Gay. I'm hoping that this is what she meant.
This is what I meant.
So we're up here in Gay, Michigan. Should we stop?
Go to Gay.
Should we stop at the Gay bar?
Yes.
Oh boy, John's gonna be jealous. I'm going to the Gay bar without him.
Gay bar. Not this one anyway.
We'll have to stop in. We'll have to leave the keys and ready to run just in case it really is a gay bar.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Nothing wrong with being gay.
I'll show you guys some sign up here. It's got some information about that. It's called stamp sand is what it is. And it shows all about it. Right here it talks about it. It's saying that Gay was once a home of Mohawk and Wolverine stamp mills. Ore delivered by rail was processed here. Copper was removed and the remaining stamp sands were deposited on Lake Superior shore. 22.7 metric tons of stamp sand were deposited between the existing Mohawk Mill smokestack and the shore of Lake Superior. And I think this is the smokestack. You know how big that is? It's huge! And that hurts. It's a shame that people go up there and paint stuff and deface it and everything. But they're saying that the environmental impact of it, because I guess there's a reef out there in Superior. They're saying 20% is currently covered with less than 1 inch of stamp sands. It still remains viable. 35% is currently covered with 1 inch or more stamp sand sands and no longer viable. 65% of Buffalo Reef remains viable for spawning. They're saying that today only 3.1 metric tons remain were placed. The rest eroded into the lake and down the shore. Slowly the sands blanketed the Buffalo Reef, an important spawning ground for whitefish and lake trout. Saying that this has been disastrous for the Kiwana Bay Indian community. And look at this. This is what they're doing. This at that other place we were at. They're on there and they're basically just pulling it all out and they're trying to get rid of it and stuff. But look at, they actually excavated all this and they actually found an old pier. That's how high it was. It was buried buried that whole pier. But they're saying in 2019, Green Sands Inc. and the Indian Community and Environmental Protection Agency and the Army Corps of Engineers relocated 175,000 cubic yards of sand. Lessen the possibility of erosion into the lake. They're talking about alternatives and how to permanently solve the problem of Gay's eroding stamp sands. This includes complete removal in order construction and hold the sands in place. I guess this was the old smokestack. I mean, these are some pretty good sized trees here. Just to give you an idea how big this is. It's up there. This must have been wow, this is cool. This must have been an old building up here. This must have been where it was all brought in here. It goes way down there though. This is actually up here where most of the copper came from in the country and stuff was all mined up here in the UP. I can't remember the exact numbers up at Copper Harbor. There's a big sign that says how much copper was actually mined out of here. But this is the remnants of it. They're having a problem with the stamp sand stuff and creating problems with the fishing out there and everything. Notice something. Look at how tall that thing is. all the way up at the top. Look at that thing. It looks like it's eroding, coming apart. And the very top is like leaning. It's got like some kind of wire or something hanging from out there, but the very top piece is like leaning. That's gonna fall. That's crazy. But this was, ooh, there's a big old hole. I'll stay away from that. How do we get down? Maybe over on that edge or something. I don't know why they gotta pay. I know. They always got to face stuff. Just dumb. So we can find a place where we can get down. Ooh, this is not. Probably bears living down in there. There's probably bears living down here. Oh, there's an old building here. Well, you're getting to work your buns. I said you're working your buns. More chocolate. Yeah, I know. I was just looking at that. Somebody left a hat sitting there. California.
You guys send that to that subscriber.
Dennis.
Yeah.
Send that.
California.
Should say California.
Send a picture of that.
But they dumped all the remnants out here into Superior, and now it's caused all these problems.
I think I just saw bear poop.
Bear poop?
Bear poop? I really kind of neat. Oh, this is my new second favorite place.
Oh, there's a road right here. We could have drove right down here.
Then the wedgie would tell dirty. Oh, look at.
This is what was on that thing, this was on that billboard. They said they started pulling all the stamp sand out and they found that. That's how the stamp sand was higher than this.
That's so crazy.
It was an old pier. I mean, the water used to be up here.
You know what would be beautiful? Is if the sun, we'd have to catch a sunrise.
Somebody's coming on their UTV. But this wall, see right here, will used to be where the water is. This is where ships used to come in. And they just kept dumping and piling this up, and I guess they didn't figure, we'll just dump it and leave it. But it's a real fine gravel. It's a... Ooh, look at that big piece of driftwood down there. Right down by the water. If you think you can carry that, you go for it. That might be. Those might be bear tracks.
That's something. Ain't a dog.
I don't know what those are.
A wolf?
Yeah, maybe a wolf. Meow.
Get on the fire. thought you were about to bed now.
Pretty cool. Well, we made her back to the house, boys and girls. Tracy says she's hungry. Since we went to the gay bar, she wants to have a brat. So we're going to fire up the grill, have some brats. I don't know how we're going to make them. Look what Tracy brought back. She brought back a stick from gay. And a rock. We were down there in the beach. She found a piece of driftwood. Looks like a dead stick to me. But it's got all these little knobby things all over it.
We need a wrench.
Need a wrench. I don't know where a wrench could be.
I don't either. Why you I don't know the size. And then this piston there. Ooh.
Maybe stripped. Those things like to strip.
Candy bars.
This one is all messed up too. It's all bent. Cheap stuff.
Come on, this is Walmart's finest.
I tried to mount these hinges on these cabinets, and these hinges are not going to work because that way it's like that's all they open. Won't even open that far. A door open like that. So we stopped at the hardware store and bought some different hinges. We're going to try some different things.
The whole thing we were supposed to do.
That was what we were doing, and we ended up at gay. Oh, let's see what John has to say. I bet you. I sent John a message. You guys can see there's a picture from the gay bar, and I said, "Sorry, went without you," and he said, "Traitor." Well, we're gonna let the grill heat up. I don't know. The true Wisconsin way is to put a pot with some beer in it and some onions and boil them in there until they turn white, and then you brown them on a grill. But they're already, she bought beer brats already.
Well, the problem is we don't live in Wisconsin.
Oh, but we still have our heritage.
Yes.
I don't know. I guess we're just going to put them on there. So we're going to make up some brats, and we got some kind of pasta thing or something, and we're going to make all this up and have some dinner. We got out of here and got away from the work for a day. Had some enjoyment. Got to learn some things.
Yeah, I learned a lot, actually.
I read a lot of signs. She says I'm turning them into my dad. So I'm going to let you guys go. Owie. You okay?
Yep. Didn't swear.
Got the clamp sticking there. There you go. So I hope everybody out there is having themselves a great day, great night as they watch this here video and watching Tracy break her foot. And if you're not, certainly try that all over again tomorrow. Catch you guys later. Bye.